Welcome back to another video, and today we are looking at r/tales from your server. Um, so yeah, I hope y'all enjoy. Press like, subscribe, and let's get into it. My manager forced me to risk my life to make $0. I definitely put my 2 weeks in. I've been working at a small chain restaurant, to be left unnamed, for about a year and a half. It's a very small, prominently white, podunk, empty, small can of a town. The Southern is hands down the worst Southern I've ever worked at. Over a decade that I've worked in customer service, but due to the volume of the money, it was very good. That has changed recently, coupled with the fact that our management team does not value our time. They clock us out at the moment we cash out, regardless of if we're done our work or not. So much of our side work is done off the clock. Casual wage theft, no big deal. On top of our general manager refusing to cut anyone ever. There was an event somewhere in town, and our general manager told the shift manager to not make any cuts, and I ended up with 3 tables in 6 hours. Another manager is also telling employees not to put their notice because it might make the general manager mad and he'll mark you as a no rehire. Because threats are easier than just being a better management team. Lol. We've been really understaffed for months now. I am having to close sections because we don't have a server for them. And I'm being one of the handful of servers with open ability, was working 9 to 10 shifts a week, most of them double close. Despite this, I'm getting chewed out or written up for most minute things. I like the 10-piece of silverware after a double close because I opened the next morning and was going to do it then because I was ready to go and was written up. After already doing it next morning, this wouldn't make me as mad as it would have if the managers didn't let the other employees get away with being late every day or drunk at work or even drinking on the job, but I digress. So, to say I've been over with this crap for a while is the understatement of the century. The last straw. We were in the middle of round storms, relative to the last few, but we were under a flash flood emergency. My manager made me drive half an hour down to the back roads of 3 towns under flash flood emergency. Just me to come in and find out if they have me in our outdoor section or not. I stayed for 2 hours and took 0 tables and left with $0. The flippant disregard for my life when they knew we wouldn't need someone on the outdoor patio. The kicker was I had 2 servers scheduled for this section, and the other server actually wrecked on the way up and opted to go back home instead of coming to work. Our manager wrote them up. I just feel like you're barely surviving at a skeleton crew. You'd be inclined to not be garbage to your employees. Maybe pick your battles. You need us a lot, more than we think. Pre-COVID, serving jobs were a dime a dozen, and now they're a dozen a dime. I'll have a new job quicker than they can close off a Saturday PM section because they don't have the staff. This place is going to be screwed if they keep it up, and I'm not going down with the ship. A lot of people say I should I should report them for wage theft or file complaints. Declare, I have no intention of doing that. It's been a crazy few weeks, but I care a lot about these people, and I would never risk their job security. And frankly, that's just more effort than I'd be willing to put in anyways. Edit 2. To people bashing me for not putting in wage theft savior to group of grown adults capable of making their own life decisions. Get out of your Marvel Universe fantasy. We're all adults, and no one needs to be saved. Yes. Okay. So, that was definitely something. Yeah, you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't commit wage theft while on a job, aka the managers. Maybe you might want to look at your law book again, because that's illegal. Lol. But yeah, your managers are idiots. Anyway, our next post is: customer asked my coworker for my name and the general manager's info, and then tells my shift manager that she didn't like how I put their sauce on the table. This was on a Sunday. I am a hybrid at work. My main job is to be hostess, but I help with serving tables when it's needed. Right before our clock out, we had a wave of tables come in, so I decided to help a couple tables before I left. I took their order, got drinks, and got their sauces. I brought the drinks over and the sauces over. One of the girls at the table asked for chili oil, so I go and grab some chili oil. Normally I don't stop in the middle of these, but have you guys ever heard of chili oil? If you have, let me know, because I've never heard of it. Anyway, and dropped it off at their table. Then I clocked out. Right as after I do, my manager tells me that they're complaining about how I put their sauces on the table. They honestly made it sound like I threw down their sauces, but I didn't. I was shocked and confused about hearing that, and for some reason I decided to go check and go to their tables and ask them about it. The girl asked me for chili oil and just straight up told me that she doesn't like my attitude. I was taken aback. I was trying to apologize if I had done something rude, and she just brushed me off to say that leave them alone because they're trying to eat. So I immediately called my manager to give him the heads up on the situation. I kind of just broke down and sobbed when I called him because I couldn't understand what was happening. I have no idea what I did that makes me come off as rude. It sounds silly, but the being treated like that by a customer really hurts. I rely on the situation in my head, keep replaying, and wonder what I maybe did that was wrong, and what I could have done differently. It's been a couple of days, and it still bothers me. Okay, OP, you really didn't do anything wrong, because that is a definition of entitlement. The definition of entitlement, because she just basically just didn't like your attitude, and so she basically tried to come up with any reason that she could to just get you written up for it. And luckily you have a cool manager, it seems like anyway. Got a cool manager, he won't write you up for that crap. But if you had a bad manager, then yeah, you would have been written up, and it would have sucked, because then, well, that write-up's on your record at that job. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep. But our next post is: Karen is mad that Mexican music is playing in the restaurant. I work at a high-end Italian restaurant, and even though I don't work there anymore, I'm still close to my old co-workers. This story is from last Xmas Eve, and is probably one of the most ridiculous stories I've ever heard. A lady called over the manager to complain. Manager asked, "What's wrong?" And the combo goes like this. K is for Karen, M is for manager. Okay, so everything was wonderful. Food, service, drinks, everything was great. Okay, ma'am. Glad to hear that. So what's the problem? Don't you think it's appropriate to be playing Mexican music in my restaurant? It ruins everything. What do you mean Mexican music, ma'am? Well, first of all, I can't understand what they're saying. So how can I enjoy it at all? And second of all, shouldn't you be playing Italian music of all things? Ma'am, that is Italian music. The band isn't singing in Spanish. Yes, they are. And she looks at the rest of her party, as if the manager's an idiot. Ma'am, I'm Italian and I speak the language. This is Italian language that you are hearing. And this is an Italian band that plays Italian music. Since you know that this is an Italian restaurant, was there anything else I could help you with? No, but I think you're confused. I know Mexican when I hear it. I think you mean Spanish. Enjoy your night. She then left a bad Yelp review about how inappropriate Mexican music is in an Italian restaurant. Oh my lord. Imagine being that entitled. That. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this woman is an idiot. She's blatantly being racist. Not even, trying to hide it, just blatantly being racist. But, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. And, sub, I'll do all that jazz, comment whatever you want, I don't care. Tell me if you enjoy, and hope y'all have a good day. Peace.